Hello and welcome to another edition of Iron Port, the program that has been designed to bring Ghana's port and maritime industry closer to you. It is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Revenue Authority, Goyle Company Limited, Serene Insurance, Ghana Link, and the Meridian Port Services Limited. It is powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority. Our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Viewers, this week we are looking at the time of clearing goods at the ports of Ghana. This follows an interaction we had with the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority pertaining to a study they are conducting to ascertain the average time of clearing goods at the ports of Ghana. The following piece will tell us more. The Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority has revealed that it is conducting a study that would ascertain the average time of clearing goods at the ports of Ghana. This time-release study is part of GRA's strategic actions to enhance administrative efficiency. It also aligns with Ghana's commitment to the Trade Facilitation Agreement at the international level. Speaking on Iron Port, Principal Revenue Officer at the Policy and Programs Unit at Customs Division of the GRA, Diana Ayoko Agbanyega said, the study will begin in June 2022 and is expected to be completed by January 2023, even though preliminary engagement started last year. She said customs authorities around the world are being encouraged to simplify processes and expedite trade by saving time and money.
When it comes to the Trade Facilitation Agreement, it's in a nutshell about facilitation.
Right.
How are we going to take away the non-tariff barriers? Because it is estimated that non-tariff barriers are about 214% of trade costs,
Right.
which is actually alarming, because if a particular product is supposed to cost 10 cedis, that means if a non-tariff cost is 214%, then it goes to 30 cedis. So those non-tariff barriers are known as red tapes.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that we are intending to eliminate. And the project is also to improve our administrative efficiency as an organization, as GRA.
Yeah.
So when our efficiency is improved, that means we are going to use less to get more. That's the first one.
Yeah.
And then in line with the TFA, it's about simplification, harmonization, and also modernization. When your processes are simple and transparent, more investors will want to come in. We have more drive for investment, and then we can always have more taxes, because when the volumes are increased, then we have more turnover. We are looking at Tema collection, which is the biggest volume of our imports. And then we are also looking at the KIA collection, which is covering the air side.
Right.
And then we are looking at the PAGA collection, which is which is going to cover the transit cargo. And then we are looking at a flower collection, which is going to cover the small businesses.
As such, measures have been instituted for customs authorities to implement to achieve the trade facilitation objectives.
So the revised Kyoto Convention is basically about enhancing our processes, simplification and harmonization, to make sure that things are done in a predictable manner, predictability. So you can, the trader should be able to predict that when I put in my declaration on this day, this is in a few hours, I'll get it's classified. If there are issues, I could appeal. So those are things that are required in the revised queue. There are actually quite a number of measures that we are supposed to take.
Right.
And we are in the process of achieving that.
Do you know some of the measures one is supposed to take?
So that's like pre-arrival processing.
Okay.
So we are supposed to also have publication, transparency. We should be transparent with our clients. We don't have to, it shouldn't be hideous. By the time the importer goes on the web, you should have information on the internet to be able to take advantage of that.
The customs official indicated that although customs can give a fair estimate of the average time of clearance at the ports, the trade facilitation agreements acceded to requires them to publish results using scientific processes.
Right.
The recommended tool, which is approved across the world. And in fact, amongst custom administrators, WCO TRS2. That is why we want to be able to use this tool to undertake the study and then be able to publish it. We can actually give, but it's not an empirical evidence, because it's more of, for example, we can take the timestamps in the system. We can take the timestamps, but there are other processes which happen, which are also not in the system, which we need to take cognizance of. So by employing the experts, we'll be able to do it more professionally and such that it is recognized internationally, and then we can publish like the Uganda and the Kenya. For the Kenyans, they've done it a number of times. They've done it severally. So in fact, they've improved from a certain level to that 6 hours. Unfortunately for us, we were not able to conduct any time release study before the launch of the ICOMS. And now we have gotten to a stage where we need to publish our time release study, publish our average time, and then improve upon it and keep improving till we get to the most efficient level.
She explained that this study will also fish out the operational inefficiencies which are not associated with the integrated customs management system.
For example, you might bring up a particular product which requires the analysis from the lab.
Yes.
And the time they will take the sample and the conducting of the tests doesn't happen in the system. But when the result is in, they will have to put in their result in the system, whether the product is approved or not. So you only see approved, but the time it took to do some of those processes, there is no time stamp involved. So they were interested in how we were going to take care of such activities.
Diana Ayoko-Agbanyega emphasized that the study will not be limited to customs processes, but will examine the entire clearance chain. The study will be funded by the USAID and GIZ with technical assistance from the World Customs Organization. Now let us hear a few of your comments on the subjects that we have just discussed. This one comes from Ohima in Tema. She asked, could you let Madam Diana touch on release prior to bill of entry and conditions in which it can be used? Hello Ohima, our guest says, the release prior to bill of entry has been introduced, which will require basic documentation process in the event goods are required urgently ahead of completion of clearance processes. This one comes from Samson Asaki, the Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. He said, I did not see anywhere the Customs Division intended to meet with the leadership of the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana and GUTA, because we serve as the mouthpiece of the business community in the country. Hello Samson, the customs official said you will be duly invited during the kickoff phase. My name is Felix from Dansoman. I want to make a quick enquiry. Is it compulsory that every trader should use the services of an agent from the port? Hi Felix. The arrangement to have customs house agents clear for traders is due to the technical acumen needed to engage in the activity. Again, it helps reduce congestion in the port. However, according to our guest from Customs, to be a self-declarant, you must obtain a customs proficiency certificate and trade in large volumes of cargo and have the requisite staff to manage transactions at your company. So viewers, as we could clearly hear, Customs is hoping to use this study to improve the time of clearing goods at the ports of Ghana in line with the trade facilitation objectives. It is our hope that industry and all stakeholders can rally behind Customs and assist them for this study to be successful, so we can all experience increased efficiency at the ports of Ghana. Iron Port returns after this break.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Go Super XP Run 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Go Super XP Run 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Go Super XP Run 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Go Super XP Run 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the high seas, covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
Thanks for staying. Now, over the course of last week, a number of interesting activities took place in Ghana's port and maritime industry. Let us take a look at those.
The governments of Ghana and Denmark have entered an agreement on maritime cooperation for 3 years with the two states, signing a memorandum of understanding. This marks the third phase of the Ghana-Denmark Strategic Sector Cooperation Project, which has existed for 6 years. The document, signed on Tuesday, May 31st, 2022 in Accra by representatives of the two states, is expected to enhance Ghana's maritime growth through safety of navigation on the Volta Lake and aiding Ghana's Green Ports agenda. In attendance was Ghana's Minister of Transport, Kweku Furesiamam, his deputy Alassane Tampuli, the acting chief director at the Ministry of Transport, Mabel Sego, the Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority, Thomas Alonsi, Danish Ambassador Tom Norin, the Director General of the Danish Maritime Authority, Andres Nordset, and other representatives of both parties. The Director General of the Danish Maritime Authority, Andres Nordset, said Denmark is keen on helping Ghana improve navigation on the Volta Lake, among other sustainable maritime objectives.
Using traditional technology, it would take minimum 10, maybe even 20 years to map a such vast area. We are not talking just about a small lake with swans. It's really a very, very big area. And that's why we hope very much that we can have strong cooperation and using new technology. And if we succeed, which we aim to do, Ghana and Denmark will be the first countries that can present new solutions, more effective, using digital tools that would promote safety of navigation, and that can be expanded to other countries as well.
The Minister of Transport expressed delight at the ensuing cooperation, hinting at the socio-economic benefits it would present.
So I'm happy that in the third phase of the agreement that we are entering into, as part of the program, the two countries are going to look how best we can come up with mapping and charting of the lake. Because like I was telling Ambassador this morning, that thankfully for us, the Korean government has stepped in, trying to do the social aspect. We need to look at the commercial aspect by looking at the charting route, mapping, charting, and then blasting some of the lake. But like the second issue, that we cannot continue to wait. So whichever technology which is available and which can give us quick results is what we are looking for.
In a related development, the Danish delegation paid a courtesy call on the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to reaffirm continued cooperation between the two parties. The Director General of the Danish Maritime Authority, Andreas Northseth, revealed that his outfit is hoping to cooperate with GPHA for the Global Green Ports Initiative that is intended to promote sustainable shipping.
It's very impressive what you mentioned, what you're doing already on handling, recycling and reception facilities. The thing to touch upon on air quality, I think this is really where it's very important that we work together, because nobody have really found the 100% solution. But we will chip in together with our Danish Environmental Protection Agency with the sniffers and share the experience we have, and then it can be tested here also in Ghana, and see if how far can that bring us and you. So I look very much forward. I think that goes for all of us to look very much forward to the cooperation for the next 3 years.
The Director General of GPHA, Michael Lugoje, acknowledged the significance of such an initiative and affirmed the Port Authority's support to attain the environmental goals.
But of course, matters of environment, I mean, from experience, because most of the time the environment is not material for you to hold it. We seem to take it for granted. We take them for granted from time to time. But gradually, as we are experiencing the effects of ignoring challenges associated with environmental degradation, we are beginning to learn some lessons. But of course, naturally, the Western world is a step ahead of us in Africa and other parts of the third world. And that is why within cooperative arrangements like bilaterally, like we are having with you, and also at the international level, the IMO level, IAPH level, and within our own sub-regions, that cooperation is what will help us to be able to learn from each other, and then be able to at least take the necessary measures to improve on our environment.
He acknowledged the capacity building programs the human resource of the Port Authority has benefited from the cooperation between the two countries over the years.
I recall a number of capacity building projects we've done together, getting our personnel to train in Denmark, the pilots in particular. I mean, this quite critical segment of our staff as far as bringing in vessels in and out of the ports are concerned, and safety issues. I think it's been quite appreciative.
The DG of the Danish Maritime Authority, on his part, also acknowledged GPH's role in accommodating the Danish frigate operation Esben Snare in Ghana.
Without your help, it wouldn't have been such a smooth and effective operation. So thank you very much for that. And I think it sort of signals the strong cooperation that we have between Ghana and Denmark, but also between Ghana Port and Harbour Authority and the Danish authorities.
The European Commission and Expertise France have in recent years launched the Western and Central Africa Port Security WeCAPS project with the aim of strengthening the security and safety of port infrastructure. As such, the World Maritime University has been partnered to deliver on the legal framework relating to port security and disaster management. Earlier this week, officials from the university paid a working visit to the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority to obtain first-hand information on GPHA security systems, which will aid the task at hand.
All of the different technical and operational aspects of port security are of interest to us. Our main remit really is to get a deeper understanding on how lawmaking, policy making, rule making, regulations formulation are in relation to port security are done here in Ghana.
They were briefed by senior management of the authority on the strides taken by the authority to enhance security.
We have our own security outfit, and we collaborate with the Ghana military that seconds, senior officers to head our security for us. Every 2 years, they second them and replace them. So we are working very closely, and also with the Navy, of course. The Navy is also supporting us. Of course, they have their crafts even in the port in Tema and Takoradi to help us ensure sufficient patrols. But we have, as a port, we have our own security patrols as well. So we do it jointly with the Navy. And the Maritime Authority also recently has acquired some minimum capacity for patrol. But all will be done collaboratively with the port. And the police also have what they call a marine police wing.
The port went through the requirements of ISPS in 2015. There was an initial assessment carried out by IMS, which was the recognized security organization mandated by GMA. And then thereafter, a plan was also rolled out, which is in place. Currently, it goes through regular reviews. And that ISPS, of course, going with the consonants of requirements, we do our regular checks. We do the declaration of security, which is a requirement. We do the exchange of information to know whatever the requirements of the vessels that are coming in.
The Executive Committee of the Women in Shipping and Trading Association, WISTA International, have paid a working visit to the Ministries of Transport and Trade and Industry as part of activities marking the association's 3-day mid-year ESCO meeting in Ghana. The courtesy call on the two government institutions was to appreciate the respective ministries for the continued support to the activities of its local chapter, WISTA Ghana, and to have further deliberations on promoting the advancement of women in Ghana's maritime industry. According to WISTA boss Despina Panayotio Theodosio, the association has partnered with the International Maritime Organization IMO and member states to build capacity of women through scholarships that provide soft skills for women career enhancements across the maritime value chain.
We believe that with diversity we can help promote the goals, the general goals of our industry, which pertain to sustainability, to advancement. It's a very quickly changing industry, and we believe that diversity in general, and more specifically the participation of women, is a key factor to getting it right and having a better future for maritime.
Deputy Minister for Transport Hassan Tampule applauded the leadership of WISTA International for steering the growth of the global association through an inclusive approach and fair representation from the various subsectors of the maritime industry.
The minister is a champion of women empowerment, all right? And so all of us have become, champions of women empowerment. And we are happy to see women grow, especially in the maritime domain. And here in Ghana, the director of ports in Tema is a woman. And we believe that, she's opened the way for many more women to be able to grow.
At the Ministry of Trade and Industry, the meeting focused on opportunities and gender-specific policies for women-owned enterprises and women in trade. A Deputy Sector Minister, Nana Ama-Dokuya SMAJ, pledged to collaborate with WISTA in their mutual quest to build the competence of women to close existing leadership gaps in the trade sector by empowering women to push for whatever they seek to achieve.
Now I think the ordinary woman is becoming a lot more confident and more discerning, so we are able to take certain decisions for ourselves, and we are able to push further to achieve what we want to achieve. I was glad to hear in your deliberations that you sometimes organize training sessions, and quite seriously, I think this is very vital.
Let us now turn our attention to the international shipping and maritime industry and pick a few stories there.
Maersk is claiming China's first coastal relay of international cargo by a foreign ocean carrier, marking a milestone in China's opening of its cabotage market to foreign carriers. Maersk said the relay involved 27 containers from Vancouver, Canada, which were loaded onto the container vessel MARITME for transshipment from Shanghai's Yangshan terminal to Tianjin. In China, international cargo relay shipments between two Chinese ports have historically been considered cabotage and therefore prohibited to foreign carriers. Carriers instead use Busan, Singapore, and other international ports for transshipment. The shipping industry is calling for the safe passage of merchant vessels in the Persian Gulf following the seizure of two Greek-flagged oil tankers by Iran last week. The two tankers were seized by Iranian forces in the Persian Gulf last Friday after Iran warned of punitive action in response to the confiscation of the Iranian oil cargo by the United States from the Iranian-flagged tanker MT Pegasus held off the Greek coast a day earlier. Currently, nearly 50 seafarers are being held on board the two tankers. The International Chamber of Shipping and the European Community Ship Owners Association issued a joint statement on Wednesday calling for a quick and diplomatic resolution in order for the vessels and crew to be released. The Commissioner of the United States Federal Marine Commission, Rebecca Dye, on Tuesday released a long-awaited final report from a fact-finding investigation into the effects of COVID-19 on the ocean shipping supply chain, formerly known as Fact-Finding 29. The Federal Maritime Commission ordered Fact-Finding 29 back in March 2020 to investigate COVID-19 induced congestion and bottlenecks at the ports and other ports in the supply chain that posed a serious risk to the U.S. economy. The investigation involved hundreds of supply chain stakeholders, including U.S. importers, exporters, trackers, and others participating through virtual meetings, phone conversations, emails, and presentations to various groups. Most notably, throughout the course of the investigation, American importers and exporters continued to highlight two recurring pandemic-related concerns: the high cost of shipping cargo and excessive demurrage and detention charges.
It's time for the schedule of vessels that have berthed within the port, those that are encouraged and those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you may need to know to clear your cargo with. This brings us to the close of today's edition of Iron Port. We hope you've been informed and educated. Remember, you can watch all Iron Port content on our YouTube channel, Iron Port. Remember to like, subscribe, and give us feedback. Thank you for watching.